Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to Tuesday, the 2nd of July. And yeah, it's like 6:40 in the afternoon. I just turned the video live about half an hour ago. That was vlog number 7 of 11. So I took the day off to, like clean everything up. I was gonna wash the Road King. Finally got all the stuff unpacked. And I thought, well, I'll do at least 2 vlogs today, and then whatever we do for the daily vlog, kind of get that back in loop. Just try to do two vlogs a day for a while until all the ride videos get caught up. Well, I made 1. I made 7, that's it. So I took it to also, rest and stuff. And yeah, I kept catnapping all day and just couldn't get motivated. So finally, I got the video rendering on the iPad Pro, and then got all my bags all unpacked, got all that sorted, and never touched the Road King. It's just sitting there right where I left it. And so anyway, the yard became an absolute jungle when I was gone, because it wasn't supposed to drip a drop the whole time I was gone. Well, it rained almost every day, Kelly said. Dang near every day. It was either a light mist, or it rained a little bit in the morning, rained in the afternoon. I would FaceTime her from where I was at, and I go, "Is that rain?" He goes, "Yep." So yeah, it grew like a wild weed out here. So anyway, I'm working on doing that. And so it's late enough that I think I'm just gonna do, the 2 front yards. One of the front yards is actually supposed to be our gravel driveway. And I'll probably do the backyard tomorrow, because I'm wasting the day away. I wasted the day away. Had all the plans of washing the Road King and all that stuff, and just none of that came to fruition. But it's beautiful. I think it's like low 70s today. Absolutely comfortable. Supposed to get into the hundreds on the weekend. Well, I know Vancouver is. I think we're high 90s. But crazy. That's kind of weird. So they got a lightning strike 17 kilometers from me. Number one, I have everything set in imperial, not metric, but that's okay. I work in a metric world. Might as well be everything metric. So the back's not so bad, but the front, I mean, it literally looks, hey Danny boy, it literally looks like a weed fest out here. I think that's pretty much what it is weeds. It becomes that. So anyway, gonna mow this stuff and go from there. Danny follows me around like a lost puppy. He's funny, he knows when the blades are running. So when I stop the lawnmower, like to dump the buckets, whatever, he comes running up to me. He goes, "What are we doing, Pops?" He loves to be out here when I'm doing stuff. If he gets left in the house, he goes into a panic attack. So anyway, let me tackle this. Welcome to being back home, day number 1. I still feel like I need to be going somewhere. Like, what's the route today? It's funny, those last 2 trips, and I love them. I'm trying to get my face and the camera out of the sun. The last couple of trips, I have an idea what we're, key points that we're going to go see. But other than that, I don't know where we're going. I don't have any GPS going, no guidance of any kind. Just following David around. Man, not only is that, just enjoyable as heck, but it's like the ultimate break. It's like I took a crazy road trip, but it was all like this intense vacation. No worries. He's got all the lodging all figured out, everything. It's the coolest thing ever. And man, he's a master at that navigation. As an Apple Maps expert, he could probably do lessons on Apple Maps. He told me he was busy with other things, and he kind of had a synopsis or where he was going. You had the lodging all figured out, but he figures out right down to gas stops, about how long we go before it's about time, to take a break, stretch your legs and whatever. He's got it all sorted out. We're going along Our next stop is on the right here after this, at this light, you know. Okay. And yeah, really cool. Last 2 years, I mean, that's just incredible. I mean, he could literally sell these trips. It's nuts. I mean, how he sorts all that out. He just studies what's key points to see, and well, he makes it magical. So anyway, let's get this lawn done. The longer I'm sitting here talking, the later it's gonna be when I get done. All right, bounce. Well, I got that front yard done. The double front yard. I see you down there, Sachi. Boy, was she excited last night. Oh my Lord. But that was 5 full double bag, full dump loads. There was way more grass in there. I thought it was just weeds out here. No, there was plenty of grass. Good Lord. But man, sunset's at 9:07 tonight. Days are shortening up already. Take off on a trip, everything changes when you come back. But yeah, what looked like mostly weeds was a tremendous amount of grass, oddly enough. But yeah, all that. We'll go out there and look at the Road King. I seen it as I was going. I grabbed the weed eater and did a little bit of that, and we'll go in here and chit chat about that for a little bit. And I'll grab the mama. We'll do a goodbye before it gets dark on us. My little gal is just sitting around. Big hole because Flirty's not over there in her spot. Road King's not in her spot. Came home, opened the garage, drove her in with the gear and stuff on it, and pulled the bags out, and that's how she sat. She ain't been touched since. So the front wheel, as I said in the last ride video, as long as I kept the the pressures down, which just monitoring the pressures, monitoring the temperature, I kept it around the highest it got was like 39, and then there was a hot spot, and I was kind of goofing around, and I got it up to 40, and you could feel it more. So ultimately, I think it's the tire. But I don't know, because when the tire's not, it's always vibrating. The whole time it's vibrating. And they said they didn't find anything, but it's kind of hard. You got to take the tire off to, and even then, sometimes you can't. You can feel around, but those things are so hard. It's hard to tell. I just think it needs a new tire. Rotors are fine. They have the specs and stuff all written down, and I'll probably just see if I'm sure we got the tires. We have Harley tires at the shop, and just get a tire. And before I put it on, I'll properly jig the thing up. There's ways to jig them up, and obviously he has a way of doing it, because you can't get that exact of a measurement without doing it, unless he has some kind of a thing that jigs to the the fork legs or something. There's ways of doing it. But yeah, well within specs. The wheel itself was in specs, and he did the rear too, so he must have some way of jigging them up. But and you check the trueness and roundness of the rear wheel while he was at it. But so ultimately, I think it's a tire, because when it gets hot and the pressures go up, that's when it's most noticeable. But keeping around 30, there was a time where the headwind was so high, it was running at 1 degree over cold. Isn't that crazy? Going down that gorge, that was some crazy wind. But other than having that issue on the second to the last day, well, I had the issue the next day trying to get it sorted out. But, I know how it is. I was upset. I didn't cuss at him or anything like that. I told him, you didn't ride it far enough. I explicitly told you need to, at a minimum 5 miles down the freeway. Got I-84 running right down the road from him. But he took it for probably around the neighborhood thing for 3 miles, and that was it. Other than whoever set up and PDI'd this thing at Northwest Harley-Davidson up in Lacey. That's the only person, other than the guy that PDI'd it and myself, that was the only person that's ever ridden this thing. Somebody at Harley rode it because they run them on the rolling road and do all that stuff like most good manufacturers do nowadays. Pretty cool. You know, what's weird is, Royal Enfields go through the rolling road test too. If something don't fail, they reject it, try to fix it. If it's not a quick fix or it can't be fixed or whatever, they just terminate the bike. It becomes a school bike or something, or they just get destroyed. It's weird. That thing is worth its weight in gold. It's like $107 for it. And worth every single penny. Because like I say, I just ran till I got low, till I was, around the 100-mile range. That's when I started looking for gas. Sometimes one time I was all the way down to 62 miles range or whatever. And the gauge is hovering right on. I was expecting to get a low fuel range or a low fuel light, but I didn't. She was a trooper though. Little old Road King finally got her ride. I don't have the key with me. I was gonna jot down the mileage. I will, but it's crazy that I almost doubled. It's by, I think, less than 400 miles, almost doubled the mileage it had when I left. Isn't that crazy? She had that thing for 4 years and I had 39.99.8. That's what I had on it when I took off. She's almost doubled on one ride. It was a good ride, good adventure. It was fantastic. Everything worked. Wasn't missing anything. Didn't have to use. Well, I did have to use the tool once. David had one of his Vance and Hines slip-on mufflers came loose. The upper one, which I think is the rear cylinder when they come back. Yeah, the rear cylinder came loose, and we needed a hammer to drive it on. And I used the back side of my Knipex ply wrench. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that's good enough. And he had the rest of the tools. Just didn't have a hammer with him. I need to probably take pictures of how I have the straps on there. And I'll add it to my note about the bags. You can add the pictures in there so that I can take those things off because it works so well. And I've got it in a riding mode. This is the front strap for the roll bag. And that's how I was riding the whole time with nothing on here. I had a different way of doing this. I don't know how I done it. I was tired and just flung it on there last night. But these are all nice and tight. And I had that nice and tight. And that's nice and tight, sitting there in between the seat. So it can't come out. You know, anything getting out and tangled. I'll probably take this thing off for riding. It's just held in the front. And it almost has this like sticky effect to the seat. But, man, you don't think that thing breathes? Because I think I feel it breathing. I'm sure it's breathing. But your butt's not getting, you know how you sit on a seat for a long time, your butt gets hot and sweaty. And things start bunching up. But, the morning, I think it was the second to the last ride, whatever it was, we got up in the mountains and it was cool. We left a bit early. And, it's breathing all right. I froze with that cover on there. Yeah, way too much air when it's cold. But it's quick to take off. And it's under, behind the tongue where it connects up front. So you just got to take the bolt out of the back. And it just takes a second. You guys are used to Harley's seats. Just literally come off super, super easy. But yeah, on cold rides, I'm going to leave it off. And you kind of roll it up and stuff it somewhere. So it's not hard to tuck away. So I don't know what I'm trying to figure out what to do here. If I should just start the daily vlogs. I think that's what I was doing before. Is I just continue like today's vlog. make this vlog, and so those are current, and then the trip ones, I'll try to double up and, you know, and do 2. So I got to go to work tomorrow. Then I have 4th of July off, and then the weekend. So I work a day, off a day, and then work a day, and then I got the weekend. So work, off, work, and then 2 days off. So that should give me enough time. Hopefully I'm not like today. Man, I was just tired and just kind of wore out from the go, 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 you know. It wasn't all go, 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 but I mean all the riding. And that last leg to here was almost 500 miles. I think we had one day that was close to 600, whatever, one of the days. I don't remember. I don't think it turned out to be that long. He said something about the calculation was wrong. I don't know. You're just going and going. And what's weird is not knowing. You know, coming home, I set my own navigation, so I got an eye on how much time and distance I have. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end it with that. Get with Mama, do a goodbye. The sun, she's creeping down there pretty quick. I think 9:07 is 9:06. I think is sunset tonight. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed all the trip videos. There's more to come. There's 4 more. I did number 7 today, and there's 11. So, all right, that'll be it for today. Well, hello there, YouTube.
Somebody's in the way.
Beat it, but
Because I gotta be next to my dad.
he's such a nut. He followed me around. There's that lawnmower. Every time you shut it off to like dump the load, here he comes running. He shut it off to do anything. He knows when the blades are running. I haven't chased him off or anything. He just comes running up when they're not running. He's got it figured out himself. It's been sounding like World War III out here.
You know how to send the dogs in the house.
Yeah, if they're outside, they come rushing. Danny don't like it. The girls and all the free roamers are the most scared of them. But Leo's just naturally scared of them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think they were roaming around somewhere they weren't. People will fire some warning shots at them out there. No?
Yeah, Sasha Annie could care less.
Yeah, it's never, yeah. Goofballs.
Now you grab a BB gun? Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that.
They've had warning shots with that.
I know it.
So they know what to be afraid of. But anyway, beautiful day today. A little, 60, I don't know what it got to, 72 or something it was. But it's like 61 out here, and that feels like about 31 to me.
That's cool.
Get used to that humid, warm weather on that trip, and I got to reacclimate to Pacific Northwest weather. But I like the cool, dry air than that hot. You know, you can't even sweat in that stuff. You got to pour water on you and stuff. But it's all good. But I think on that, we're going to roll out on you.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
Heck yeah. All right.
We see you in the morning.
We'll see you then. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.